The RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League is on the air. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader for contract and temp to hire positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional or in the Midwest and or looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and let Bill know that the ISL sent you. This broadcast also being brought to you by Hanover Fist Racing. Terry Adams, thank you for all of the setup work that you do, the endless hours that you put into making sure that we have the best racing that we possibly can. I do apologize, Terry.
Go ahead.
I do apologize, Terry, for not having your new graphic up. It will be by Tuesday. This broadcast also being brought to you by David Llewellyn and the DHL Express, Robin Lacavara and Convergent Composites, Mr. Hoot Baker, and Motorsports Graphic Designs for all your in-sim graphical needs. You got something going through your mind? You want it on your car? Give Tyler Graff a call, and Motorsports Graphic Designs will make sure you get it. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you tonight at the lovely Kansas Motor Speedway night race. DW12's on the track. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Mr. Quentin Young and Mr. Martin Miller. Gentlemen, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
And Quentin, you need to move your mic closer to your face, bud, because I can barely hear you.
Sorry.
That's better. So, DW12's at Kansas. I'm excited for this race because the last time we were here, by far, it was one of the more exciting races that we've had throughout the entire season.
I'm trying to remember. I've been to this track before, but I don't exactly recall what the issues were with this particular track. Would you mind
everybody ran out of gas on the last lap. I mean, it was beautiful to watch. It was just an amazing run from everybody. It turned into a fuel mileage race, and right now I'm forgetting who actually won that cluster, but it was just everybody's running out of fuel on the last lap. Some people pitted early, some people pitted late, some people tried to stretch it and ran out on the last lap. It was just an amazing race. So hot lap's still underway, about 2.5 minutes left in that one. Johnny Antonucci at the top of the board. Good to see the Jersey boy that far up the field. My former broadcast partner, Mr. Mark Vega, sitting second quick currently. The old hippie Mike Whitaker in third position. Bob Lacavara, Gary Bauer rounding out your top 5. Jay Anderson, Tyler Graff, Kevin Paskowitz, Jake Gordon, and Isaiah Dupree rounding out your top 10. For the life of me, I do not remember how many laps this event is supposed to be, but it is definitely going to be one that you're not going to want to miss. So, just a few things going on tonight. We do have a new blinking rule in effect, just so both my broadcast partners tonight are aware of this, considering that they are going to be race control tonight. The way it's going to work is, should somebody start blinking, and it's announced in game, that driver is going to receive a race control warning, at which point at least one of you should focus your camera on that driver. And should that driver remain aggressive on the track or do something just boneheaded, they are going to be asked to park for a minimum of 30 seconds to try to get that fixed. Stream monitor, Sam Cooper Bennett, thank you so much. 140 laps the scheduled distance tonight. Sam taking the night off, having a hiatus. You know, we've owed him vacation time most of the season, and he decided to go to the beach tonight, but he is checking in with us. Good to have you watching the stream with us tonight, Sam. So, now, gentlemen, I have had a chance to drive this setup, and the outside line should not be a problem tonight. You can make moves on the outside. As a matter of fact, the car actually prefers it a lane and a half off of the apron, so that should be fun to watch. You're basically just going to burn all the goodie off the tires should you decide to stay low. But, definitely a fun setup. Terry Adams and the entire setup crew, gave us one hell of a setup tonight. So this is going to be some very exciting racing to watch. And the standings are going up on the screen right now as qualifying is getting ready to start. Not sure what's going on here. So hot laps are ended. Okay, so now we get to play the game of Where's the Announcer? We're supposed to have someone joining us in the booth tonight. And apparently he's not doing so. So, league owner Alex Green, yeah, not my fault. And that's all I'm going to say on that subject. So, I really need this from our league owner at this point in time. Thanks, Alex. As if this job isn't stressful enough. First few times starting to come in right now. Let's pull those up and have a look at them. Mike Whitaker throwing down the gauntlet early. Kevin Paskowicz now going quick time. Time's coming in fast and furious as all the drivers are about halfway through the qualifying session already. Mark Vega going to the top of the board. Good to see the New York transplant down to Florida. Doing so well. I can't fault Mark for what he's doing. He's a driver at heart, and I can 100% respect that. He's actually, with the runs that he's been having, if he catches a break, I dare say Vega's in the chase. And this could be the track to do it. He's had pretty good runs going during the practice sessions, during the hot lap sessions. He had some pretty good runs during the setup sessions. As Mike Whitaker goes back to the top of the board.
Tony, if you have admin me and Martin need it.
I do not, sir.
I'll just report, so this is...
If you could please announce in game that Martin, you're going to need admin, that would be awesome.
Alex just got a throughput error, so
great.
Oh, he just reconnected.
Okay. So if you could announce in game that you're going to need that, that would be awesome. So qualifying, getting ready to wrap on up here. Big shocker, Gary Front Row Bauer going to the top of the leaderboard, 25,545. That is hauling the mail here. Mike Whitaker going second quick. Tyler Graff, David Llewellyn, Cody Eldred defending IRO 5 Series champion, rounding out your top 5. Mark Vega in 6th, Bob Lackavar 7th, Kevin Paskowicz 8th, Isaiah Dupree 9th, and Jay Anderson able to round out your top 10. 13 cars making the call tonight to actually take time. Rookie Jose Olivas, Jake Gordon, Dominic Byrne, and Alex Green not taking time so far. They do have enough time to get at least one flyer in, as
Thank you, Alex.
So there we go with that. Martin now has admin rights, so he can do what he needs to do as race control tonight. Still waiting for Dr. Young to join us again in sim. Jake Gordon putting up a time just to put one up. Jake seems to like to start at the back. I have noticed that, Martin. Seems to be able to pick his way through the dumpster fires, as we're going to refer to them from here on out.
He said a dumpster fire.
Well, let's face it. Generally, when things go wrong on track, they go horribly wrong very, very quickly.
In the back of the pack.
And it's usually in the middle to the back of the pack.
Yeah, it starts in the middle. That's where it really starts.
About 10th on back is where it starts to get real not fun to be.
Well, the good news is we've only got 14 cars taking time.
Pit off 3, right?
Correct.
Pit off 3, no racing below the apron. Cool. 4 races left. Let's have some fun.
So as league owner Alex Green just pointed out, we do have 3 races left until the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League chase starts, or chases, I should say, in the IRO5 series and another one in the DW12s. The final race of the series will be the final jewel in the RobertsTechJobs.com Triple Crown Challenge. Mr. Quentin Young, my race control partner tonight, qualified at Watkins Glen, was able to get the job done at Indy. Now you have to survive Dover. So that should be fun. Isaiah Dupree, the qualifier here in the DW12s, was able to match your feet in the DW12 series, qualified at Watkins Glen. Was able to get the job done at the first trip to Indy. Now has to, again, survive Dover. And both of you have giant targets on your back. And if I'm not mistaken, those targets are completely filled to the brim with tannerite. So good luck with that one.
Yeah, Dover should be interesting for sure. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Hopefully I can come out there with a win. It's just Dover's going to be a place where it's going to be all about survival. And if I can do that, I think I got a hell of a shot to take on the win.
Absolutely. Dover, basically a giant version of the Bristol Motor Speedway. So that should be fun to see what happens there when we turn all these Indy cars loose.
And they're starting to file in behind the pace car.
And why am I not able to? There we go. So, your lineup as it sits right now. Let me pull that big screen up. Starting up on point, Gary Bauer is going to be joined with Mike Whitaker on the outside. Row number 2 is going to be Mr. Tyler Graff, Mr. David Llewellyn, and Cody Elgert and Mark Vega making up row number 3. Convergent Composites, Bob Lacavara and Kevin Paskowicz are going to make up row number 4. Isaiah Dupree and Jay Anderson are row 5. Johnny Antonucci and Chris Hamilton make up row number 6. Row 7 goes to Terry Adams in the Hanover Fist Racing DAV-sponsored vehicle, and Mr. Jake Gordon. Dominic Byrne and Jose Olivas are going to make up row 8, and I am not live, and I apologize. Gary Bauer waiting on the field a little bit, gets a decent jump, not the biggest jump in the world, and I know what you folks are about to say. Don't worry, I'm working on it.
You're going to put a good jump off the start, but here comes Tyler Graff.
Tyler Graff in that Tesla-powered vehicle moving to the outside, and Quentin, your mic has moved again.
You have the wrong paint scheme for Tyler.
I have the wrong paint scheme for Tyler. Thanks, Trading Paints, for pooping the bed again tonight. And it looks like new paint for Mike Whitaker, maybe? As we are now trying to fix things, so bear with me here. And turn that up a little bit.
Checking Cody Eldred looking to the bottom of Tyler Graff for second. And Llewellyn started, I believe. Llewellyn started second. Cody started.
What, pray tell, happened to Alex?
Let's see. Where is Alex? Alex is
Yeah,
all the way
where
in the
is
back.
he?
He's all the way in the back of the field.
He is in another continent completely.
Just didn't go on the start.
Is that what happened?
Probably.
Yeah,
Safe bet.
he just didn't start.
Let's go look. Let's see what I can find.
And Trading Paints is still acting up for me. I do apologize to anybody's
As
paint scheme that is currently
Isaiah
screwed up.
Went around the outside of Mike Whitaker for, I believe that's fifth.
That is fifth.
The outside of Tyler for fourth already.
Yeah, good call.
That battle seems to be heating up right there.
Alex was asleep at the start.
Isaiah's
Still
past
working on.
Tyler from the top.
He's working the high side, but he had a draft off of David Llewellyn, who had gone to the high side of Cody Eldred. Going to the high side again as they come through the tri-oval section.
No, from Isaiah, this might be what gets him clear. Or Isaiah's just he's trying to just find whichever lane's going the fastest.
That's exactly
Looks
what
like
he's
Isaiah
doing.
don't know what
He
he's
used he used David as a rolling pick, basically, just to try to suck up to him. And
Pasco just went around the outside of Tyler. KP's right up behind Llewellyn.
Ooh.
Llewellyn trying to look around the outside of Isaiah Dupree.
things are definitely starting to heat up here.
Yeah, they're getting pretty close up there.
Slots back down in line to fourth, but looks like Isaiah got a massive arrow push to the center of the corner. It'll open up the bottom.
And not surprising there because of where he was running. He was just running so darn close that arrow push had nothing. Arrow push was the only possible outcome. Gary Bauer continuing to show the way. Cody Eldred about a half a car length and a half back. David
happened to KP. KP just fired all the way to the back.
Let's try to find KP and see if we can find damage on that car.
I think he might have just got.
I think it might have been getting just a little chippy up there for him. Doesn't seem to be any damage on that car. It was just probably getting a little. From the looks of it, it was just getting a little too chippy up in front, and he wanted to give himself a cushion distance-wise. David Llewellyn to the outside of Cody Eldred, as Cody currently sits in second. Gary Bauer about 2 car lengths. 2 car lengths is the gap. Caution is out. Let's see who died. Chris Hamilton involved.
And Dominic Byrne.
Dominic Byrne involved. Let's see what happened there. We're gonna back that up.
Dominic, super bad net code with Bob, and it just hooked him.
So there we see Dominic in the Irish Invader car. That was
net code.
Yep, that was the
Uber net code.
The transmission tunnel net code. There's enough, like I like to say, there was enough room between those 2 cars to get my fat ass between them. And for those of you who are, that's not PC, guess what? I'm fat. I freely admit this. So we're going down the back straightaway. You see Bob Lacavara in the 5 there. Dominic Byrne on the outside.
Oh, man.
Just that was an accident that should never have happened. That was 100% net code. There was almost enough room to get another car between those 2 when Dominic's transmission tunnel just got sucked into the racing surface. So now we go back to live action. Your top 7 choosing to stay out from Isaiah Dupree back, who runs in 8th currently. Everybody going down pit road. 11 laps into this event. Gary Bauer, Cody Eldred, David Llewellyn, Mark Vega, Jay Anderson, Bob Lacavara, Jose Olivas. Jose being the last car to stay out. Tyler Graff being the first car to win the race off pit road, choosing to pit. So you got Tyler Graff in 8th, Jake Gordon 9th, Mike Whitaker in 10th, Paskowicz sitting back there in 11th, just hovering. The silent assassin himself, Mr. Terry Adams, sitting 12th. Johnny Antonucci 13th, Dominic Byrne 14th. After that, it was able to limp it back to pit, not having to tow. Alex Green in 15th, Isaiah Dupree 16th, and Chris Hamilton having to take a tow now sits
Isaiah
2
got
laps
well.
down. And
They got
Isaiah,
well.
been caught speeding once
Yep.
when I was 5. So
And
anyways,
Alex spun in the pit lane as well.
and Alex spun in the pit lane, so good on you. Looks like Alex going down pit road again. David Llewellyn going down pit road. Jake Gordon going back down. Cody, David. Bob's going down pit road. Hosea Levis, Isaiah Dupree, Jay Anderson. So that's going to basically hang Gary Bauer and Mark Vega out to dry. So
Probably 1 degree this time, if I had to take a guess.
that's what I'm seeing. It looks like it's probably going to be 1 degree as we...
Yep, confirm that.
Gary Bauer
Question.
showing the way. Yes, sir.
How many laps do these cars get on a tank of fuel? I'd assume probably 22 to 23.
If it's anything like the other night, yeah, we're going to be in the early to mid 20 ballpark. So Gary Bauer and Mark Vega are about halfway through a fuel run right now.
Yeah, so that makes me wonder why, very least, I know Vega's got some sort of weird strategy he always runs. But it makes me wonder why at least Gary wouldn't pit.
Well, Gary and Mark do basically the same thing. What they do is they back time the race. They take a look at how many laps they can get out of a tank and then start at the end of the race. Okay, so if I can get this amount, I need to have my last pit stop be here. Then I need to have the pit stop before that be here. I have to have the pit stop before that be here. So they go from the end of the race and back time it like a lot of NASCAR teams do on the road courses. And Trading Paints is still going wonky on me. I do apologize if you folks see cars flashing white and then coming back to their paint schemes. As we are 1 to go. Gary Bauer, Mark Vega, Tyler Graff, Mike Whitaker, Kevin Pasquich, Hanover Fist, Dominic Byrne, Johnny Antonucci, Jake Gordon, and Alex Green rounding out your top 10 pace car, getting ready to duck on off. And the one paint scheme that's not showing up for me right now is Mr. Whitaker.
Both the race control and the in-race chat.
I do not have in-race chat up as the pace car pulls off.
Gary holding them back, which is kind of surprising, and then dropped the hammer.
Green flag.
Caught
Well,
Vega and Tyler both asleep. Restart.
Not really. That's one of Gary's tricks. Is sometimes he'll go early, sometimes he'll go late, and lull you into a false sense of security, making you think he's going to wait until the green comes out. As Tyler Graff and Mark Vega side by side down the back straightaway and into turn number 3.
Tyler clears them off of middle of 3 and 4, so puts Tyler Graff back up to P2.
And Kevin Pasquich already up into the number 4 slot as he's fighting with, I believe that's Mike Whitaker.
It's Tyler Graff to the high side with help from Mark Vega for the race lead.
Well, a little bit of help. Vega was going up to that third lane, which probably not the wisest course of action, and Vega leaves him hanging out to dry.
Kind of surprising. I figured Vega would at least try to help himself clear, or help Tyler clear Gary, so they could try to. Seems though Vega and Gary are both in the same strategy. I figured Mark would try to clear Gary, so he'd be the first car on that strategy.
Well, what I'm thinking is Vega might be running 6th gear right now and just doing the suck-up thing to try to conserve as much fuel as he can. And, yeah, that theory just went out the window as Vega goes to the high side.
Tyler left him hanging out to dry.
Yeah, but gave him a hole, so as we are
KP way up the hill. KP just put Dom in the wall.
Good grief.
I'm going to send it apart.
Yellow flag is out.
And Mike Whitaker breakdancing. Good grief. Look at that car go.
Kevin got a massive push and just ended up just barely clipping the right rear of Dom. Put him in the wall.
zoom. If you look at KP's car when he hit that arrow push, his wheels are completely turned to the left, and he's still going into the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what arrow push will do. So we're following along here.
Just absolutely perfect, like what a
And KP just going up the hill and unfortunately, just
Poor
watched the
Mike.
hip check. That was NHL style. That was a complete NHL style hip check from the Irishman. But that's something that KP has struggled with these past couple of weeks. Is the arrow push has been very real.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, hey, Mike made it out of this dance.
Yep. It looked like what it honestly looks like is KP went to try to go up the hill to avoid it, and Tyler kept following him up the hill because, or not Tyler, I believe
Dominic.
No, in front of KP.
That was Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler kept going up the hill to try to.
Well, let's see what's going on here. As on the stream, we're watching chase view of KP's car. You see Tyler in front of him, and I don't know about that.
Looks like Tyler caught arrow push off the 3 and was sliding up the hill, and KP was sliding up the hill off of.
Yeah, Tyler. KP had the cumulative arrow push going.
Yeah.
He had the arrow push that Vega was experiencing, which was light, and it exaggerated when it got to Tyler Graff's car, and then KP was just in the wash.
Yeah, he had no chance at that point.
If you've ever seen the movie Top Gun, and you hear the phrase jet wash, where Goose dies, and yeah, it's something similar to that at 220 miles an hour, where the car doesn't do what you.
Have a chance.
Yeah, the car does it does things that you aren't asking it to do, and you don't want it to do.
Everyone, Jake and Terry both pitted this time. Llewellyn stayed out, and everyone else stayed out. It looks like.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's probably gonna be a common theme tonight.
Sampleton came in.
That's it. Tyler stayed out. David stayed out. Jay Anderson stayed out. Jose Olivas stayed out. Bob Lacavara stayed out. So your top 5 stayed out under this caution.
Okay. Obviously, no goal for KP, though.
I would have to agree with that. So EOL on the 7 car, who currently sits 10th, won't be there when we go back to green, though. As Tyler Graff gets the bonus point currently for leading a lap. He has a very hungry David Llewellyn behind him, though. Tyler, no wins on the season as of yet, looking to punch his ticket.
Isn't Tyler right up at the top of the points championship?
Tyler is leading the points chase, though. So he's got that going for him. But looking to,
Lock himself in.
Stamp the ticket so he doesn't have to worry about pointing his way in. Although I would like to point out that in our inaugural season, we ran the IRO5s, and Cody Eldred pointed his way into the championship chase and put the car exactly where he needed it to be during all 4 rounds of last season's IRO5 chase, and finished second to Mike Whitaker at Daytona, which was enough to secure the championship for Mr. Eldred. We are going to be, we're currently 21 laps into this event of 140. Tony Trapasso, Martin Miller, and Quinton Young up in the booth. Tyler Graff currently sits up on point. David Llewellyn, Jay Anderson, Jose Olivas, Bob Lacavara, Gary Bauer, Alex Green, Cody Eldred, Isaiah Dupree, and Johnny Antonucci rounding out your top 10 as lights are out on the pace car. Field comes down the American Ethanol back straightaway here at the lovely Kansas Motor Speedway. And these cars just look so amazing at night. I have to go on record as saying that. So Chris Hamilton was able to get one of his 2 laps back under that last caution. Currently 1 lap down. Mike Whitaker is 2 laps down. And that is 17th is currently the last car who decided to grid up tonight. Pace car is off. The field's in Graff's control, and he wastes no time pulling the trigger the field gets strung out as Anderson and Llewellyn go side by side down into turn number 1. Anderson
Jay
with the
cleared it.
advantage. Jay's got the clear and now sets sail to try to reel in Graf, as it looks like
cleared Lacavara as well for.
I was just about to say Jose Olivas was on the inside of Bob Lacavara. Lacavara back to 5th. And Anderson with a run on the high side. Going to be able to keep the momentum up there. Tyler Graf protecting that inside like a newborn child right now. Anderson still side by side with Graf. One of them's going to get a little help here from Olivas, as he wasted no time dispatching of David Llewellyn. Just had a great run on the inside there.
Absolutely. It looks like Olivas almost caught the left rear corner of Jay. Oh, there he goes. He caught him.
Almost?
Oh, yes, he did. Oh, no.
And finishes it right there as Alex Green gets a race car to the face.
Still going. Oh, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a big one.
I believe
All right.
Cody, I'm trying to look. Cody Eldred, Isaiah Dupree, Jay Gordon, and I believe that is Johnny Antonucci. And then Mark Vega, I believe, were the only ones.
No.
All right, so here we are riding on board. It looks like just coming out of turn 4, Jose may have just rubbed Jay as they came out of 4. Side by side going to the stripe, and Jose pushed up a little. We're going to ride on board with Jay now and see what that chase view looks like. So watch the black lines on the track to denote what I'm calling lanes. Jose came up.
They netcoded.
They did netcode.
About a foot between them.
But Jose did come up, but it was netcode.
Jose was above that line, though. So
yeah, Jose was above the line.
For the netcode.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'll let you two in race control make the call. But let's have a fun view. Let's see who got involved in that one.
Oh, man.
Let's go with an in-car.
Gary Bauer.
You want to go in-car with Gary?
I'm going in-car with Gary.
I'm going with Alex. And here you go, and you just see, bloop, there goes Jay's car.
Oh, boy.
Let's go in-car with Gary Bauer and see what Gary saw here. So here you see David directly in front of Gary, and you see the incident happening there. There goes Jay, and Jay spins into Gary. What happened with Bob Lacavara, though?
Bob, I don't know. Find that out.
There you see David there. Whoa, that's a fun.
Oh, he's upside down.
That looked like a fun ride. So yeah, David spun in front of Bob. Bob clipped David and sent him up into Gary. So that's why Gary went for a ride.
Boy.
My question is, how did Llewellyn spin like he did? It looked like he just got in the back of Jay and I think he probably netcoded through the back of Jay and it just hooked him.
There was some bad netcode going on there. If you guys are calling the initial contact netcode, I'm thinking it was David more trying to avoid the confrontation than anything else taking place there. So Vegas staying out, Terry Adams staying out. Tyler Graf pitting, Alex Green pitting. For some reason, it's not showing Jose Olivas is pitting.
Jose, let's see what's going on with Jose. I think he's still on track. He's on track.
Yes, but I'm trying to figure out how he ended up in 5th, because they've got him listed as 15 laps on this stint. So yeah, Jose did not pit. Was that far back?
Surprising.
But apparently
Jose
just trying to catch up in the lead lap there. That is going to put Chris Hamilton back on the lead lap, getting the lucky dog. KP able to stay on the lead lap. Gary Bauer able to stay on the lead lap. Lacavara goes 1 lap down. David Llewellyn goes 1 lap down. And that's going to trap Mike Whitaker 2 laps down. So if Whitaker wants to get his lap back, he's going to have to do it the hard way, as lights are out on the pace car. Mark Vega in the PH Aware number 3, currently showing on point. Terry Adams joins him on the front row with the Hanover Fists DAV sponsored, Disabled American Veteran sponsored number 69. And then you got Tyler Graff with the brain cancer awareness. I'm going to screw this up the rest of the season. I know I am, and I'm sorry, Tyler, for doing that. And then Alex Green with the whatever the hell he's got on his car this week. Last I knew, he wasn't running for the same sponsor. 28 laps in.
All right, I have another perspective on this. I just looked at. So if you look at the cockpit of Jose while he's riding, it looks like he caught some aero push.
It did, but it also, I don't think they would make contact if they didn't, if they're bounding box.
He would have certainly made contact. His front wheel went over that line.
Some from column A, some from column B. Pace car is off. Vega pulls the trigger. And green. Terry Adams gets a good jump on the outside. One of the better jumps I've seen on the high line. Tyler Graff to the low side by side with Adams. Gets him cleared going into 1.
I think Terry might have just let him clear so that way Terry could draft.
Pretty much, yeah. Terry, one of the smarter racers in the league as far as that aspect goes. Terry always trying to stay out of trouble as he's got...
Tyler's looking to the top side.
Tyler looking
to
the...
a huge run, going to the top on Mark Vega.
Tyler had the lead.
They were tied at the line. It's showing
they were
0-0-0.
Yes, it was. Tyler had the lead a little bit going into 1. Right on the trans tunnel of Vega. Vega sneezes. Tyler's going to be all over him.
Levis up to 3rd, and it looks like they were 3 wide behind.
They are. Isaiah Dupree on the low side basically put Alex Green in a bad situation. Terry Adams was on the high side going, please don't kill me. As Vega continues to show the way out front.
Vega are trying to work together to get away.
Not surprising there, as Jose's got to fend off Isaiah right now, and a very hungry Alex Green, as Green goes to the inside.
Looks like
little touch.
Like Vega and Mark took a little long to try to get something working together because Jose's already there. They get back to the lead side of Power. Tony, what's the situation on fuel?
Vega currently 14 laps in, Jose 21 laps in, Tyler 7, Alex 7, everybody else pretty much 7, Hanover Fist 14. So
we should be looking to the stop relatively soon for Jose.
I'm thinking, yeah, within the next handful of laps, Jose's gonna have to pit.
It's gonna move Alex Green up to 3rd. After taking an IndyCar to the face last caution, it's going to put him up to 3rd place.
I know, right?
Remarkable recovery.
Absolutely.
Oh, Alex got a massive push off of 2. About got run over by Isaiah.
So we may have Miss Layla joining us relatively soon here, I hope. Vega, Graff, Olivas, Green, Dupree, Anderson, Byrne, Gordon, Paskowicz, and Eldridge, your top 10 currently.
Yeah, Alex keeps getting a massive push coming off of turn 2, and this is the 2nd time in a row. Isaiah's almost ran him over coming off the corner because the car pushes up the hill so much on exit.
I would actually have to look at his entry.
Looks like he's just getting a push off the back of Jose Olivas, and it's just putting him up the hill.
Either that or he's
Isaiah's
trying to hug that
the
inside
outside.
line too hard.
That might be Isaiah's going to the outside of him through 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Isaiah looks like he might just be letting Isaiah go.
I think Alex is holding that inside line a little bit too hard for that car.
He definitely is. The inside line that they found in testing really will just burn off all the goodie on the tires, and you're going to be as two
Dominic
cars
in the
eat
wall.
the wall. Who was right behind
Dominic,
him?
I believe
Was that Cody?
Is that Cody?
Jake.
That's Jake right behind him.
That was Jake. We stay green. Is Jake falling like a stone right now? Almost.
Yeah, they did.
Jake ran up the hill and arrow.
Boy, was that well
Dominic
executed.
Jake in the wall.
I have to.
Dominic's 20 miles an hour off the pace. Jake is almost 40.
Ouch.
Jake's pitting this time, I believe, is what he said.
He kind of has to.
All right, so what happened to Jose? Because he just lost a massive amount of speed from somewhere.
Probably arrow push and a checkup. That, and he's also got 28 laps on this fuel stint.
He probably might have ran. Yep, hitting this
Oh,
time.
Yep.
Looks
I
like
wonder if
he
he's
checked
spitting.
up to keep from hitting. No, it looks like he got a massive run ahead of checkup from running over Tyler. And
Okay.
A safe bet.
Ooh.
As Tyler and Isaiah currently battling for that number 2 spot.
Isaiah Dupree.
Isaiah gets the clear. Like I said earlier, the high side, you can really carry some momentum on the high side. If you've noticed, most of our passes for the lead tonight have taken place on the high side. Most of our passes, period, have taken place on the high side.
Absolutely. Looks like Olivas is probably going to fall at least, I'd say probably 2 laps down by the time we get done, because he just lost a lap now, and
Yep.
he's just now rolling out of the pits.
Gordon
Not even out next to him.
lost 2, so yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if Olivas. As Isaiah Dupree goes high side on Vega, Vega protecting that low side, Dupree up to the high side.
He's got a good run off the corner.
Now here's the catch. Vega's 24 laps in.
Vega's going to be pitting any time now. Probably within a handful of laps, you're going to see Vega pit.
He's going to
Looks
have
like he's
to.
trying to.
He's 24
looks
laps
like it's-
in.
Yeah, which I think we only had 1 caution since he last pitted, so he's got to be running on fumes at this point.
Right.
And it looks like he's trying. The way he's running, trying to protect the bottom, it looks like he's getting ready for a pit stop because he doesn't want anybody to, like Isaiah to get to the inside, so he ends up getting hung out and can't pit. So yeah, it sounds like we're getting about ready for the next cycle of green flag stops because I heard Terry just say he's got like 4 laps left on fuel as well. Should be getting ready to see the next cycle of stops anytime now.
All right, moment of truth. He went past. He's not pitting yet. Wonder how many laps of fuel he's got left.
Good
Dominic
question.
is going to lose the 2nd lap right now. Dominic 2 laps down.
So Dom's, where are we here?
Terry.
Whitaker's
Adam.
2 laps down. Jake Gordon's 2 laps down. Dominic Byrne 2 laps down. Jose 1. Bob Lacavara -1. David Llewellyn -1. The top 11 are currently on the lead lap. As Dupree still tries to work Vega for the lead. And I believe Miss Layla Wilson joining us in the booth now.
Hello.
There she is. I
I'm
told
on my way in.
she missed her flight to Kansas from California. I told you not to fly United, silly woman.
Well, they dragged me off a flight after beating me savagely. So I had to find another flight. You know how it goes.
Too soon?
Just United things.
Never soon enough.
Okay. So 47 laps in right now. Vega going pit side. It's going to hand the lead over to Isaiah Dupree. Tyler Graff going to take over second. So Vega was able to get 28 laps out of that fuel stint with a couple of cautions.
So you'll probably see about 23 or 24 on his stint.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Isaiah's currently turning 22, Tyler 22, Alex Green 22, Kevin Paskowitz 21, Jay Anderson 22, Cody Eldred 21, Chris Hamilton 21, Johnny Antonucci 22. Vega able to currently, just lost the number 9 slot to Gary
3rd
Bauer.
through 8th, they're all in a. They say 3rd through, I believe it's 7th or 8th, they're all in one massive train.
Yes.
By Alex Green. KP looking to the top side on him.
It's 4th back.
That was showing 3rd for me.
All right, Vega pitted in.
And that was Gary Bauer.
Gary's
We
in.
just saw a flash by on the apron. Oh, that's why Dominic Byrne is a couple laps down. He's currently running up towards the front.
Isaiah's taking his time.
Dupree and
coming
Graff have just really
Checked
checked out. Two and a
Isaiah's
half
in.
seconds.
Yeah, Isaiah's in, Jay's in, Chris Hamilton's in, Alex is in. Alex almost slid back up on the track. It was very, but this next lap you'll probably see a lot of guys pit. Tyler's coming this time, Llewellyn this time. See a lot of cars. This is probably gonna be the end of the cycle. Green flag stops right here. Should be interesting to see who got a good run off and a good run into the pits and see who cycles back out to the lead.
Looks like I showed up at the right time here with these green flag pit stops cycling through.
Absolutely. That's going to hand the lead over to the race to. Or no, Terry Adams is more than one lap down. That's going to let Terry get back on the lead lap, though, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to give the lead to.
No, it puts. Yeah. Well, we're going to see once this all shakes out. Because
Tyler's still at the lead in the pits now.
yes.
Johnny Antonucci, maybe?
Well, let's see who's going to gamble. Jose with 9 laps on his stint currently, 1 lap down, so that's not going to do it for him. Of the lead lap cars, it's going to put Jose back on the lead lap.
They're going to put Vega back in the lead.
I think it is. Vega is the only one that's really up to
maybe
speed.
not. Oh,
let's see how
wow.
fast.
It split Alex and Jay coming out of the pits. I think it'll actually keep Tyler. I think will stay in the lead because Tyler's
that's what I'm saying up here
exited
too.
too.
Yeah,
Tyler's
they're talking about
exited
it.
two, and Vega's just now in the middle of 1 and 2. So I think it'll put Tyler to the lead.
Well,
Yeah, he was showed as the leader when he came in and when he crossed the stripe in the pits. So
Yeah.
that's pretty tough to do.
Second,
Yes, it is.
I believe.
Isaiah Dupree is in second, fighting with Gary Bauer, who is 1 lap down. So Gary was able to get one of his laps back under that whole melee.
And then it's KP, Cody Eldred, and then finally Mark Vega in 5th.
Yes, it is.
Dupree is caught up to Tyler Graff here. They've got there's a lap car between them. That's Gary Bauer, but
Trying to get his lap back, it looks like.
And Tyler's doing the smart thing. He's using Gary Bauer as a rolling pick to keep Isaiah behind him. Definitely.
Absolutely. I think Gary's trying to get his lap back, so if a caution comes out, he doesn't need to rely on the lucky dog. That's what it looks like.
The only thing is, if a caution does come out, Gary is the lucky dog.
Right, but if he doesn't
but I
want
don't
to be,
blame
he
him
can
for
just
trying to
get
get
it
it back
back.
to begin with. Get it back the hard way. He's got the opportunity, might as well try to take it.
It looks like he might have enough car to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It
It
looks
seems
like the
like the
front,
outside-
Isaiah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Isaiah and Tyler have absolutely broken away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah,
Two-
absolutely.
2.6 seconds from Isaiah Dupree to 3rd place, Kevin Paskowicz.
Yeah, looks like Cape. It helps that they have Gary in there as a lap car. It's the 3rd car of the train just to help move it along a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than this battle that we're currently watching, which is your battle for the lead with Gary Bauer mixed in to shake things up a little bit. The next closest battle is
Jay.
for 9th.
Llewellyn. It's Jay, Llewellyn, Alex, and Antonucci. They're
I'm
all
seeing.
running right together.
Yes, you are correct.
You have Chris, Dominic, and
So
Jose
based
all
on
together as well.
what I've seen since coming in, it looks like the outside line might not be as viable as it was in some of the earlier races this season. At least, like I said, I've been here for 5 minutes, so
Actually, most of the passes that we've seen tonight, the actual passes, not just somebody taking the lead over from pits, have been on the high side.
Huh.
So,
Actually, that's really good to know then, because that could definitely shake things up as the race goes on. I noticed Dupree and Bauer, like Dupree kind of has a choice of where to run because he's not ending up side by side with the leader, but he's still running up around the top too.
yes, he is.
Yeah. The question is, could Isaiah just be riding?
And David Llewellyn just turned Alex Green.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, Llewellyn.
And that's the yellow flag.
Got hit by somebody hit him. Chris Hamilton, I believe, hit him.
Hit who?
I'll take a look.
Llewellyn, when Llewellyn was over.
Okay, so we're riding a chase view of Alex as they come through turn 2. David just hooked him in the Kardashian.
Llewellyn got hit by Hamilton.
Chris Hamilton.
He was on his head.
Chris Hamilton has had really bad luck all
If he
night.
didn't have bad luck, he would have no luck at all. Pretty much
Absolutely.
the entire season.
So we're watching him go into
Ouch.
turn 1 and 2. You see the accident getting ready to happen right in front of him.
Yeah,
As
Alex
David
checked out.
Llewellyn,
Yeah, it looks like Alex got arrow push off the back of Jake, because he was real close. They're going into 1. He got arrow push, checked up, so he didn't hit the fence, and just Llewellyn had no time to react, as Alex had to check up.
yeah, and you really got to feel for Chris Hamilton because he was trying to avoid David,
Yeah.
and David just bounced off the
And
wall
his lap.
again and started to slide down the track on his
And David just
camera.
landed.
I do have to
Lap.
say, though, that was an excellent save by Alex Green. After they got together coming out of 2 there, he wheels it a little bit and just straightens right out. That's really hard to do in an Indy car.
And in his
Especially
defense,
at
Alex
100.
has been doing a ton of dirt racing, so
That's true.
he might not
Probably
think.
helped.
That's the thing. Alex might not think that all that dirt racing he's been doing has been helping, but that's proof
It
right
does.
there that Alex, you're doing the right things.
Yeah, the dirt control does help a lot in terms of learning how to drive the car sideways, which
Yeah,
when you get
especially
funded
the
in these
wingless
things-
car.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that
I mean
thing
that
is.
Actually, to be fair, the wingless really just teaches you how to do ground, sky, ground. But
Yeah.
yes, very much. Last thing I remember, Doc, was ground sky, ground sky, ground sky, ground sky, ambulance.
sounds like an accurate description of my time in the wingless.
Mine too.
I've got some setups I can send you.
Do they make that experience any easier?
Yes.
Actually, I'll tell
Yes,
you
they
what.
do.
You can
I
get
don't
them.
like-
You can get them from the same person I got them from, which is Jake Gordon's dad. So Jake and Eric Gordon have been working on some 410 wingless setups. Jake was kind enough to pass them to me. As Jay Anderson stays out 9 laps on his stint, Terry Adams going pit side, Tyler Graff going pit side. Basically, most of the field hanging Jay out to dry at this point.
Now the question is, would you have pitted here, given how recently we pitted?
Yes. For the simple fact that this track, much like Iowa,
Hmm.
is like sandpaper.
Makes sense to me.
Give me fresh tires. Now the question is, if we get down to the nitty gritty, is anybody going to try to double stint tires? From the looks of the
You
pit stop,
might.
well, from the look of the pit stop times, nobody's tried it yet.
That's it with these setups. So with these setups, I know we can. Yeah, with these setups, I know tires don't wear hardly at all because I know that's how I lost. I believe it was the Texas race.
Yes, but this track, you're still going to get tire wear.
Still though, that's why I lost the race in the 05s. Is I pitted, and when we had a late caution, I pitted, or we didn't have late caution. Hell, we were green. I pitted. I took tires. Parkman didn't. That's how I ended up losing the race because Parkman didn't take tires. It just wasn't enough to run him down.
Well, Parkman's a gambler anyways. It looks like we are going to be one to go back to green back here at the stripe as the lights go out on the pace car. Jay Anderson, Tyler Graff going to make up row number 1. Isaiah Dupree, Cody Eldred, defending IR05 Series champion, going to make up row number 2. Vega and Pasquich in the twin
PHOR cars.
semi-twin PH-aware cars. Then you got Dominic Byrne, the Irish Invader, being joined with league owner Alex Green in row 4. And Johnny Antonucci and Chris Hamilton are going to round out your top 10. Jake Gordon and Gary Bauer back on the lead lap. Good to see them back. Jose Olivas back on the lead lap. Terry Adams back on the lead lap. It's
All the way down to 14th, looks like.
Bob Lacavara, Mike Whitaker, or Bob Lacavara 1 lap down, Mike Whitaker 2 laps down, and David Llewellyn 2 laps down.
And Whitaker went down to his 2 laps because of the break dance that he had earlier after
Ooh,
he
that'll do the trick.
he had a complete NHL hip check from a crashing Dominic Byrne earlier.
Yeah.
Well, here we go again. Time to unleash the hounds.
Pace car getting ready to duck on in.
Jay,
There they
no
go.
time to
Green flag, green
give it a
flag.
boot pull. Side by side for second. Looks like Isaiah might actually be able to clear Tyler going into turn 1 here.
Looks so, but he's got a hungry Cody Eldred behind him. Cody looking to get another win on the season. Kevin Pasquich up into the top 5. So things starting to get interesting in your top 10. A lot of dicing going on. KP
He's
looking.
gonna be a sitting duck right about here because Isaiah's gonna come with a hell of a run.
There is a 5 mile an hour difference currently. So if Isaiah can maintain that, currently
Isaiah
still
just needs
5
There he
miles,
goes.
5 miles an hour. And he's got the nose out front. Can he keep it through the high side? Keeping it wound up. Gonna need a little bit of help
Real close.
as Jay tries to pinch him.
Isaiah was trying to hold him all the way down to the yellow.
And Isaiah had it at the
Yeah.
stripe. Isaiah had it at the stripe. 0.002.
That's what Isaiah's got to do. If the tires are wearing if you can't hold the bottom, that's exactly what Isaiah's got to do. Isaiah's got to pin him straight down on the bottom.
And
Yes.
that
have
looked
to turn the
sketchy
throttle.
going into 3. It looked like Jay wanted to throw a block, but thought better of it.
Yeah. Two real aggressive
Definitely the
drivers.
same thing that I saw.
Got two of the most aggressive drivers in the 12s trying to battle for the lead.
And it seems like if Dupree was to slip in line behind Anderson, they'd probably both get past because I don't think those older tires are really doing the trick as far as Anderson getting around the track quicker than everyone else.
Now it's just he's got the preferred line for the corners.
Yep. And that's
Again,
what he's got to do when
so
you're on those
stay
old
ahead of
tires.
Isaiah.
You've got to stay down there on the bottom and just hug it,
Well,
defend it at all costs.
The other thing it's going to do, too, with Jay being on the old tires, it's going to cause him to slip up in the corners. He's not going to be able to hold that white line all the way around the track like he's going to want to.
That's exactly it. If Isaiah wants to get by, he's got to hold him right on the yellow,
Yes.
right on the white line, and make Jay have to clear the throttle.
And they
Ooh.
touched.
Oh,
They touched going into 1.
That was sketchy.
It looked like Isaiah was trying to pinch him down again, and Jay didn't want that, so Jay moved him up the hill. And so we got KP
We go
looking
for
to the
second
inside of
now.
Isaiah for second. He's there.
Well, Isaiah had to check up, and I think he's checking to make sure that what's in his shorts isn't poo. Because that was the first you say it, then you do it kind of moment when you're behind the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. We got KP looking to the outside of Jay.
He
So
was
he might
being
have a
very
run.
patient there during that battle between those two. I think he was waiting for
Waiting
this
for something
moment.
to happen. Waiting
Yep.
for something to happen.
Got to
It's
be like a
KP
cat
might
on
have
hunt.
help coming from
Pounce.
Isaiah, and he's probably. I know he'll have help from Vega if Vega can get to him, but I'm sure Isaiah Dupree as well is going to help Pascowicz on the top side.
Well, it looks like Vega wants Dupree behind him. So, depending on what Vega does here,
Dude, Isaiah keeps trying to run people all the way down on the white line, which is what you kind of got to do to make the top
You
side
kind
work.
of have to. Oh,
Oh,
he almost
that
got run
got
up into
close.
the fence.
that was
Yeah, he
Vega
almost
sending
got
a
fed.
crystal clear message to the youngster.
Leave me alone.
Don't pinch me down because I can pinch you up and it's going to hurt you worse.
He did send an apology over the radio just now, though. So
He did apologize.
I don't
we
think
go
he-
for third
I don't
as well
think
as for
intentionally.
first.
I don't think he intentionally went to do that, but it sure as hell sent a message.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Graff
He
to
might
the
be a
inside of
little
Vega.
more
Vega going to the high side.
Oh,
And
well,
David
on the grass.
Llewellyn going for a
Taking
wild
the
ride
grass.
across the grass.
It was
No, that
Chris
was-
Hamilton.
Yep. Sorry,
That was
I
Hamilton,
looking
sorry.
at
And what a save! Another one of those just insane IndyCar saves.
And Gary Bauer trying to get up there, seeing that his Booz Brothers teammate Jay Anderson is
Under
being
attack.
out under attack by the PH Aware team.
Whoa!
Gary
That got
just
real
doing
close. Gary
everything he can trying to
Almost
catch
hooked the
Jay.
rear of.
I think I showed up just in
Vega.
time.
Yeah, it's getting good.
Gary Bauer
Oh,
gets
look
his
at this.
Gary
Let's go
looking
through
three
Let's
wide.
do-
3 wide in the middle. That wasn't. They're ping-ponging off each other on the bottom. Vega bouncing off each other.
Nice and
3
easy.
wide.
This
is
has
getting rolled.
bad
Vega caught
idea.
KP. There he goes.
There it
KP hard in the wall. Isaiah dead. KP dead.
That's
Somebody.
I have got to put that on Gary.
Got another
Yeah, that was-
two-person fall. Up, up, up.
I would have to put
Mike
that on Gary.
Whitaker. Yeah, same.
Whitaker actually hit like it.
Whitaker hit the back of Lacavara and caught the fence.
Yeah.
well
Looks like-
from the chase cam, anyways. We're gonna watch it with Vega now.
Vega looks like he caught
You
the
see-
apron, but Gary.
Here they
Vega
are
caught
going, starting to go down the back straightaway. Gary getting a little speed wobble there. Pascowicz holding his line on the high side, giving those guys room. Vega on the white line just had a little bit of a twitch. Gary was in the bottom lane.
Yeah, so Gary was trying to run him down super hard and didn't leave Vega room to correct if he made a mistake.
Right.
And this
so
is what I was talking about earlier. Is you really want to hold that car on the inside down. I would imagine doubly so when you're 3 wide.
Yeah, Gary was entirely in that bottom lane. He left Vega no room down there.
right, and that's something that both those drivers should have known coming into this race, because we all know that the bounding box issue in this car is insane.
Absolutely. I just feel sorry for KP. He was completely innocent in that. He was the one who ended up getting the worst out of that.
Yeah.
Same with Lacamora and Whitaker. They were just
It
trying to
does.
slow down the wreck and got together, and there goes Whitaker into the wall, and around goes Lacamora as well.
It does look like KP was able to limp it back to pits, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like
He made it
back.
He made it back to the pit with no problem, but he spun around getting into the pit.
That would explain why he stopped twice. I would like to point out that the PH Aware cars are currently having Mighty on their wings, and I believe KP's got Mighty on his helmet as well. For those of you who don't know what Mighty is, it's suicide awareness. You know, the symptoms that lead up to it, and it's a charity to try to help prevent teen suicides. You know, to let somebody know that they are worth a damn. You know, for this, about the politest way I can put it. So, you know, as the league, we do ask that if you're ever feeling like you're not worth the time, trust us, you are worth a shit, and we want you here to watch these broadcasts with us. So Vega currently sitting up on points. Who did?
Mark.
Okay.
I lost connection.
Okay.
I'm coming back.
So Vega currently up on point. Jay Anderson sitting in second. Gary Bauer in third. So this could be interesting for Vega. No help from Team PH Aware, with Sam having the night off and KP mired in the back in 12th right now after that interesting exchange.
There goes Bauer going back to the rear. Looks like he was penalized for running up the middle there, which, I mean, that was definitely a gutsy move and probably not a well-advised move. But
what was Vega doing there?
I think Vega was gonna try to. I think he was gonna try to pit and realized didn't have enough room. Said he had something in his eye.
He said he has something in his eye. Wonder if that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So lights are out on the pace car. Vega sitting up on point, 17 laps into this fuel stint. So sometime within the next 10 laps, expect Vega to take it pit side.
Yeah.
Jay Anderson currently sitting outside row number 1. Tyler Graff and Alex Green make up row number 2. It looks like Vega might be almost out of fuel from the way that he's driving that car.
Or he's just running down there just to try to take a shorter distance and save a bit of fuel.
That very well could be too. Chris Hamilton rebounding back to 8th. Jake Gordon currently 8th. 6th. Jake Gordon, after some early trouble, rebounding back to 6th. 5th. Terry Adams sitting 7th. Jose Olivas 8th. Isaiah Dupree and Johnny Antonucci rounding out your top 10.
My phone. Well, I told you YouTube would have been better.
Ready to go green up here.
Pace car getting
it's
ready. It's
effectively going to be here, Jay and Alex for the lead because Mark's going to have to pit in like 10 laps.
Pretty much, yeah. And Vega wasting no time pulling the trigger.
Green flag.
Jay Anderson able to go with him.
Where'd Alex?
That's the big guy, remember?
Absolutely. Green right on the tail tank of Jay Anderson. I don't think Alex is going to be able to get by him on the low side. Tyler Graff hanging Alex Green out to dry. With a teammate like Tyler Graff, Alex does not need a proctologist at this point.
Look at this for the lead.
Jay going to the outside of Mark for the lead.
Anderson going to the high side. They are side by side down into turn number 1. Vega with the old tires, though.
He's just able to hold him off of turn 2, but Jay's going to try again going down into 3. I just don't think he's going to have enough momentum to be able to make the pass. If to be able to make the pass at the top, I think he's going to have to drop back a bit and try to get a run.
That's exactly what he's going to have to do, and he's going to need a little bit of help. And I don't know if anybody's going to go with him at this point.
Jose Olivas looks like he's slow down the front. Contact between Jose and Chris. Between Jose and Hamilton, and Jose somehow managed to save the car.
All right, good on him.
Good 45-degree angle going through 3 and 4, and somehow managed to save it. Had a bit of front wing damage, which shouldn't hurt him too badly.
Well, we're still watching this battle up in front as Tyler Graff trying to make it 3 wide.
Jake Gordon going to the top side of Alex Green for fourth as well. And Llewellyn are on the outside of Isaiah Dupree.
Battling going on all over the track.
It's Hamilton, sorry, the cars look almost identical.
We are going to stay with this battle for the lead right now as Vega continues to hug that inside line.
Tyler here too.
Tyler
looked like he was almost trying to think about the third lane for a second, but
that's the second time he's done that. And you know, he's been trying to race smarter, and I think he thought better of it because he saw what happened to KP last time they went 3 wide.
I'm not entirely sure he's trying to go 3 wide. It looks to me like he's trying to do the he's going wide in the I can't think of the name of it right now. He's
arcing his
coming.
Turns.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's arcing his turns hard to avoid that arrow push, and it's working out.
Might be, yeah.
It's working out well from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes 100% more sense.
Because he's going to go wide. No, he didn't go wide that time. I guess he's behind Jay.
Looks like he tried to kind of put himself in the middle so he could still kind of try to cut out the arrow push.
Yeah, see that? He's getting it hard.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yep, that's what he's doing. And
So-
it's smart because he's avoiding the arrow push completely going that route.
And running right in the draft too, it'll hurt the front tires as well with the scrubbing the fronts with the arrow push. So it's smart as he's saving on the front tires as well.
Very.
As we are 85 laps in.
I think that's Johnny Antonucci that just came out of the pit lane.
Yep. So look for Vega to go pit side within the next handful of laps here because he's currently 25 in on this stint.
So you should probably see it within the next 3 or 4.
Yeah, if not sooner. With all the front running that Vega has been doing, that's definitely eating into his fuel supply.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised you didn't see Mark try to let Jay clear and then just run behind him to try to save a little bit extra fuel. But whatever, I guess. Might be trying to lead the most laps too.
That, and I think...
That time by Anderson was the leader.
Well, here's the thing about Vega. He's a very cerebral driver, and I think he's giving Jay Anderson a taste of his own medicine. Because if you watch him, he's kind of pinching up as they go into 3.
Yeah, he's pushing him up the hill a little bit, yeah. Jay's not leaving him a whole hell of a lot of room on the bottom there.
This is true.
I think the driver in the best situation right now
Vega's
might
pitting this
be
time.
Graff.
Mark's pitting this time.
This ought to be interesting.
That'll hand the lead over to Jay Anderson.
I have to see if 2 cars can break away as well as 3 did.
They're already gone, so it shouldn't be too difficult to work together and continue to get away.
I'd
Yeah,
be willing to
especially
bet.
with
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, especially with those guys 2 wide behind them.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I'd be willing to bet Tyler's not going to let Jay keep that lead very long.
No.
No.
Well, he's looking right. He was looking right there, going across the start-finish line, way on the high side though. And they are starting to increase their distance on Jake Gordon.
Looks like Alex and Jake are trying to find a way to get up to the leaders.
All right, come on, Tyler. You do it right. No.
Because Alex
He had
is
a
the
pretty
inside
good
of
run
Jake.
there going through 1 and 2, but
He
he
hit
just
his
couldn't
brakes.
capitalize. Yeah,
Well, I think
you
what he,
held
Tyler
it.
might be trying to save.
might be
that's
trying to save. Yeah.
probably what he is doing.
Really?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Tyler's probably trying to save to make sure that he can short pit. Because I'm doing some math in my head, some high-powered gazintas, if you will. And
It might be 2 more stops, I think.
It's going to be 2 more
What do you
stops,
think?
but depending on when Tyler takes that second stop, he might be able to short pit it.
Maybe.
Okay. How many laps are we doing total here?
140, and we are
140.
we just crossed for 91.
Oh, there he goes.
Make that 92.
On the high side. He's not going to be able to hold that one. He needs to get another run.
He needs to be about a car length and a half back and use the toe.
Yep. He would need to be starting that just as he's entering what? Going around this turn right now, he needs to be preparing so when he gets on that back stretch, he can hit it. That's not going to do it for him.
And he's only 2 miles an hour difference, so yeah, he's not going to do it. You need 5 to pull it off.
He needs to go back to arcing his turns.
For third, there was almost a little contact there between Chris Hamilton and Alex Green going into 3.
Well, here you see the battle for...
the wall in turn 4. Yeah, there's
that would be Gary Bauer.
Ouch. Tough break for him. He's going to make it to the pit, so we're going to stay green.
Gary's car's got a lot of damage. I wonder if he got hit.
Yeah,
He did.
They were saying he hit the wall. What happened?
Looks like he got fed a right rear from Llewellyn and just got put in the fence.
Well, there's very little love lost between those 2 veterans, so...
Oh, that was a net code. Yeah, that was a net code from David Llewellyn.
So we are getting ready. We're quickly approaching the next round of green flag stops, as most of the field is currently in the 20s for their fuel stint. And these guys for third, running side by side, has just let Jay Anderson and Tyler Graff completely check out. They went from 1.2 to now 1.75 seconds difference.
Yes, they've absolutely checked out from third place.
Yeah, if that second pack could have gotten single file, they might have been able to get up there and do
Probably
something.
would have. Running with 4 cars, they probably would have been able to easily catch the front of the field.
However, Chris Hamilton does not want to play nicely. I mean, Isaiah and Jake are, but...
To be fair, though, Chris has had terrible luck this season. So he's got a chance to get a good finish. He's probably going to make the most of it.
Fuel's getting
blame him
pretty
for it.
low here for these guys. I was just checking Isaiah's fuel here. He's got 1.3 gallons
Reckon.
left.
Somebody
Oh,
reckon.
we're wrecking.
And that's Hamilton who eats the wall.
Jay.
Oh, wow. What a hit for Hamilton. Looked like a motorcycle
nowhere to
there
go.
for a minute.
Let's go to the replay on that one. You see Hamilton
That
on
was
the
our
high
leaders.
side.
That was
Yeah, we're
Jay Anderson and Tyler Graff both wrecking there while racing for the lead.
That is what happened.
What a hit
Tyler
after
out
that.
too. Somebody else clothesline Tyler. David Llewellyn.
There's a blue car.
Llewellyn hit
Yeah,
Tyler
Llewellyn,
first.
you're right.
So let's see what happens up here in the front. Tyler on the high side, Jay to the low side. And Jay looked like he checked up to try to throw a block on Tyler. And Tyler just hooked him in the Kardashian.
Yeah. It's real unfortunate for Chris.
We were just talking about how they'd gotten a big advantage. They'd finally pulled away, and then blammo!
Boom goes the dynamite.
This changes everything, as they say.
It looks...
Well, I'm curious. You said he seemed to be trying to play it a little bit more safe. That didn't look too safe.
On Tyler?
Yeah. You see how close he was? We all know how these boundary boxes work on this car.
Oh, you're completely right there, but let's...
Way too close coming down on the inside.
We're following along with Jay right now. Tyler just had a run on him. Jay was holding his line. Tyler had a run on him and miscalculated where that front wing was. And just hooked Jay right in the Kardashian. Tough break for both those guys. Yeah.
I was just watching his on board, and there's really not much he could have done. He was already stuck up on the outside. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's the second time tonight similar situation has happened to Chris Hamilton, too. catching race cars to the face. The first time was David Llewellyn comes spinning down the track. Chris trying to go low to avoid him, and David was spinning, slid up the track, bounced off the wall, and came down, and Chris just caught a race car to the face. Big surprise here. Well, kinda. Mr. Excitement himself, Alex Green, winning the race off pit road. When Alex needed his pit crew to really bang one out, they came through for you, bud. So Alex Green, Isaiah Dupree, Jake Gordon, Cody Eldred, Terry Adams, Jay Anderson able to rebound in 6th. Jose Olivas in 7th. Chris Hamilton able to rebound to 8th. Kevin Paskowicz sits 9th. And Tyler Graff able to limp it back to the pits and come out in 10th.
See a couple cars maybe staying out to get the wave around. I'm not sure what their fuel situation is going to look like, but I do know Gary Bauer had to pit under that green flag, so he'll probably be okay. Question mark is Mark Vega there.
Vega's got 11 laps on this stint, Bauer with 5.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, they should be fine then.
Yeah, one more stop for the entire field. The question is, when do you want to do it?
Yeah.
And Vega's been playing the fuel game all season.
Thing is, if they're only going like 24 laps, it's, I believe, for Vega, he's still gonna have to pit twice more. It's gonna have to be one full pit to splash.
You're right, and Gary Bauer taking it pit side, not taking any chances. 2 laps down for Gary. Mark just hoping to get back on the lead lap and hoping for another caution, it looks like. The guy I've got to feel sorry for tonight is Mike Whitaker.
Absolutely terrible luck. Really terrible luck when he got caught up in the wreck with, I believe it was Dominic Byrne.
Yes, it was. It was Dominic Byrne who came down and hip checked. I believe Chris Hamilton was involved in that one too. Byrne.
No, I don't think it was just Dominic, KP, and
yeah, that's what it was. KP. You're right. It was KP and Dom. So lights are out on the pace car. Alex Green, Isaiah Dupree, Jake Gordon, Cody Eldred, Terry Adams, Jay Anderson, Jose Olivas, Chris Hamilton, Kevin Paskowicz back on the lead lap, and Bob Lacavara rounding out your top 10.
It's got something to the end of the longest line because they caused the caution. And then it's Llewellyn's a lap down, Bowers 2, Antonucci's 2, Whitaker's 2, and Dominic's 2. Ready to go back to green now. Should be an interesting restart. We haven't seen Alex out in the front before, so it should be an interesting restart.
We haven't seen Alex Green in front of a field in a while, so yeah, it's going to be.
I think that first laps he's actually led in the 12s, and he wasted no time to get back in the front.
Green flag, green flag.
Absolutely no time.
And they're side by side behind him. Cody Eldred looking to maybe make it 3 wide, but thinking better of it. As the teammates Jake Gordon and Isaiah Dupree haul off into turn number 1, coming out of 2. Gordon's got the clear. Jay Anderson pushing the hell out of Isaiah Dupree right now. Cody Eldred on the low side.
Cody might actually be able to make the inside work to get by him. On the fresh tires, I think the inside line is going to be the best, but once the tires start to wear, I think it's going to be, you're going to want to be at the top before the end of the race.
Absolutely.
Once the tires start to wear off.
So you can carry that
Cody
speed and not hinge
Jay
it down.
looking to the inside. Jay almost started to slide up off the corner and almost made contact with the left rear.
Go for the lead.
There.
Jake Gordon trying to make a bid for it.
Off the top, but like I said, top, I think top's not going to be useful this early in the run.
No, and it's what we've been talking about earlier. I believe Martin mentioned it. You really have to set up one of those passes for almost for a lap to really make it work.
Well, when we saw Isaiah do it earlier, he had a 5 mile an hour advantage by the time he got to by the time he got to the back bumper or transmission tunnel, Kardashian, whatever you want to refer to, of Jay Anderson. So when he got there, he had the momentum. He was able to get by him and clear him.
So that's going to hand second place over to Cody Eldred there as Gordon falls back. It looks like he's going to fall victim to about 4 more cars. Got one slowing and we're wrecking. I believe that was Dupree?
Jay Anderson.
No, it's Jay Anderson, yeah.
Again.
What happened there?
Let's find out.
I'm not sure what caused that to initially start.
He checked up super hard. He was down to 190. He checked up super hard in front of Chris Hamilton. Poor guy can't catch a break, and Chris had nowhere to go.
Caused that?
He said screens went black.
So chalk that one up to mechanical failure.
That's not the first time that's happened to Jay this season.
Oh, what a hit he took, too.
So, Anderson getting involved in that one. Chris Hamilton.
KP got a piece of that, too.
Yeah. Jay's bouncing.
Yikes. So mechanical failures, things go wrong really fast here when they go wrong.
Oh, the wrecking under caution. Johnny Antonacci or
oh
Dominic
my
Byrne
gosh.
And somebody else. Who was that?
Yeah, I see Anderson was still sitting there on the track. And I guess they were trying to avoid him there, and then blammo. Antonucci got the worst of that. He got into the back of KP. Serious damage to both cars there. See another car involved. That's Dominic Byrne.
See that'll work?
I'm trying to find drivers here, and they're moving too quickly for me to be able to click on them. Doesn't look like any damage to KP. However, yeah, Antonucci just plows into the back of him.
Well, I mean, in his defense, under caution, you don't expect a car to still be sitting on the track, at least in iRacing. In real life, yeah, it would still be there, but in iRacing, you expect him to be towed.
Generally, we have a rule that if you're not in turn 4, you need to tow the car.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, turn that over to race control with that little nugget of knowledge, and I'll let you guys do your job. So Alex,
if he had a black screen or a blank screen, there's not much he could have done about it. You had to wait for it to take him out the game, right?
Well, if the screen went black, there's a button on your keyboard.
I just hold escape and hope for the best.
Yeah, escape on your keyboard is an automatic tow.
Okay, so his screen going black and mine is very different then.
Well, you're in an Oculus, so yeah, it's very different.
Okay.
So my point is, generally we tell you that if you're not in turn 4 or within the entrance of pit road, wherever that may be, to tow it. And it's if your screen's black, you might want to tow. I'm just saying. So I'm going to leave that little nugget of information in race control's hands. You two confab wherever you want to. Just have fun. As they're still trying to wreck under caution. Alex Green staying out. Cody Eldred staying out. Jose Olivas staying out. Terry Adams staying out. Bob Lacavara staying out. Kevin Paskowitz staying out. Tyler Graff staying out. Isaiah Dupree and everyone from 8th back going down pit road. Still gonna need to make at least one more pit stop. I'm thinking.
Looks like Jay took his quick repair and the steering was still bent. And he just
I hate that.
He just looped it, so I don't know. I think he just towed, so it should fix it.
Well, the thing is, generally, if one of the wheels isn't on the ground, which only he's going to be able to know that, the only way to fix it is to stop about 3 stalls from your stall and escape from the car to reset it.
Yeah.
That's the only known fix for that. And it's an iRacing glitch that's existed for how many years now, Layla?
What's up? Sorry, I was listening to driver chat.
The wheel above your car and the fix for that.
Yeah, that's a glitch that you're not going to fix, most likely. I think you'd have to go to the site, log out, log back in, and then hope for the best as we get ready to go green here. That's generally not going to be something that can be fixed, and like the breakdancing, it's something I'm not sure if they know what to do with it.
That the wheel glitch I've actually gotten to fix in Crash Car a couple of times by stopping a couple stalls before my own stall and escaping out of the car and towing from there. And,
good idea.
Easy jump or good jump.
Good jump for Alex Green. Cody Eldred going with him. Jose Olivas up into the top 3.
Terry Adams at the 4th.
Good to see Terry running up front.
5th away from Tyler Graff.
Here we go for the lead already. Cody Eldred up to the top, and he's towing Jose with him.
What's Jose got on this stint right now?
11.
11, okay.
Everybody about that same amount?
Everybody from 6th forward. From 7th back, everybody came down pit road under that last caution.
Oh, Cody was setting it up. He was setting it up, and he messed it up. He ran into him.
No, I think Cody's trying to get away from Jose.
I wouldn't blame him.
I don't think that's really going to work too well.
No, it's not.
It's not like a stock car where you can get up there and really give somebody a shove. You hit somebody in the gearbox here, you're likely to send them breakdancing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But you can push in these cars, it's very difficult to do, and you can't really run through the back of people like you can in the stock cars.
And the other thing
very
is
precise when you push.
This track is a little bit smaller than most of the tracks you'd want to hit somebody straight on in the rear end.
That's exactly it. And there's not... Because to be able to hit somebody with the way you need to in these cars, you have to hit them perfectly straight.
Yes.
And here, there's not a whole lot of room where you can hit somebody perfectly straight.
Yeah, there's definitely not any room to set that up, as Jose throws Cody a dummy and goes down to the inside under Alex, or with Alex.
Cody's
bumped
Cody's getting a good run.
Cody had the lead at the line.
Well, yeah, Alex bumped the apron going in there. Yep, it slowed him down.
I figured the way he pushed up like that, I figured that's what happened. But
yep.
Cody's able to make that topside work.
Yeah,
Look at Hanover. Came out of nowhere.
Terry's up to 4th.
Hey, he just popped out of there.
Looking for 3rd. There was help from Isaiah Dupree.
Terry looking to punch hit.
Wait, where did all these cars come from all of a sudden? They just popped out of nowhere.
Am I dreaming? What's going on?
Wow.
Thousandth between Cody and Alex in the line.
Well, if I can point this out to you folks, welcome to the last 35 laps of an ISL race.
Rewind for the lead. Terry came with a massive run.
He's got a great run. The other two are wiggling a little bit. He's keeping it straight up there. Just didn't have the momentum.
Terry had 6 miles an hour on Cody when they got to the entrance of the turn.
That was impressive.
He came with a massive run. He did exactly what he's doing now. He dropped way back and just had a massive toe.
I think Terry's trying to time it.
Yeah.
I did too.
He's under attack now from Isaiah Dupree.
It looks like Terry might very well be trying to see what he needs to do for the end of the race.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah, that's very well could be. Only like.
Don't do it. Oh.
That almost ended poorly.
Oh man.
Jose Olivas looking like he was trying to go to the outside of Alex Green. The only problem was he had Cody Eldred directly alongside of him. Isaiah Dupree looking to the inside.
Yep. Well, he's making his way back up there. Whoa, wow, a little bit of almost contact between Hamilton. Yep. And Lacavara.
All right, Jose got a good run, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Look at the top. He's going to have the momentum coming off of turn number 2. So
yes, he is.
There he is. He's drawn almost even with him down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and ATVO is going crazy as they just flop the lead back and forth.
It sounds like his tires are scrubbing pretty hard, even on the outside line. Did he skip tires?
It doesn't look like it.
Doubt it. They're taking a full tank with no reason to skip tires. Looks like Olivas is looking to the top side again on Alex, and he had a bit more of a run this time, so it looks like he might.
For what it's worth, we should be seeing some green flag stops coming up because they are well within the window to be able to make it from here.
That's exactly
What was the difference between the two on the lead lap or on the lap just now? That was amazing.
0.011. Got cars pit.
Cody Eldred is pitting this time.
So he may be trying to short pit, just get that out of the way early.
Good possibility. Cody's been known to do that. Cody's one of our better fuel mileage drivers. Looks like Cody's going alone, though. Nobody going with him.
Oh,
pay off for
Oh,
him.
one in the wall.
Chris Hamilton, again.
What a rough day for Hamilton. Oh
Wait,
my gosh.
no, that wasn't Hamilton.
No, it's
it was
Hanover.
Hamilton and
Terry Adams.
Terry.
That was Terry Adams.
Oh, tough break for Adams. He was running really well up front.
Too many blue cars.
Alex Green.
Alex Green and Isaiah Free side by
contact.
side.
Oh, little contact.
Isaiah
Great
just
slate.
took it. Alex trying to figure out where he came from.
He's really.
Oh!
And he's
Use
saved
him up.
Look at that.
Yes.
I
You
didn't mean to wreck him. I just wanted to rattle his cage.
His cage is sufficiently
Alex,
rattled.
Alex wants to lock. This is the best chance Alex has had to lock himself into the chase, and he's sure as shit gonna make sure he has the best chance
I
possible.
know, right?
Uh-oh.
I-
We're being
He's
called
under
out.
attack already again.
Say again, Isaiah.
He's probably calling one of you race control people to a separate
Damage.
booth.
He's asking about damage.
Ah, okay.
No big. Yeah. Not what else we were thinking of.
You wanna-
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
Hamilton
yeah.
tried to tuck in behind him, and there was no room for that.
Green
Alex
and-
is hitting this time. 15 to go. It's the leader hit pit lane. If he had 11, I would say if he had 11 laps on his stint, and he's
He's 26
Hitting with
in right
15.
now.
what I'm saying when we went back green, if he had 15 or 11 in when we pitted, them front
This
guys,
one's
some of them
hitting.
guys might be able to make it.
That's
All
kind
right,
of what
here
I'm
comes your
thinking.
leader. Let's take him one with him. That's Mark Vega.
Hit it last time. Jose Olivas too.
He's coming in, yeah.
Making
Ooh,
passes
he
on
came
the
in
apron.
hot.
Jose making passes on the apron. Same with Graf.
Graf, yeah. They
So
both
Isaiah
come
and
around.
Chris Hamilton currently side by side.
Oh, contact with Tyler
Contact
Graf
with
and
the
Jose
pits.
Olivas. On pit entry.
Meanwhile, racing for the lead as well.
Hamilton going pit side.
Hamilton coming in.
Isaiah Dupree trying to stretch it.
Well, Isaiah's only got 19 on his stint. Bob Lacavara is the one that's really stretching it right now. He's 26 in.
Did Isaiah pit under the last yellow?
20 in. So
All I
we're-
know is that he's got an estimated of 7.5 left. Yeah,
and
he's got your point.
Lacavara's going pit side. That's going to hand second over to David Llewellyn. Isaiah currently
Gone.
3/4 of a second out in front.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, no kidding. Isaiah should be. What did you say? Isaiah's 21 in.
21 in.
He might have to pit.
He's gonna
We're
have
coming
to
up
pit.
on 10 to go here.
He's going to have to pit.
Going to be a splash. Question is, do you take tires?
If it's just
I'm
a
gonna say
splash,
no.
no,
probably
because
don't
tires.
want to. You probably just want to just get out there as
As
fast
we got
as you can.
Graf and Green going side by side for what is going to be the effective race lead.
Yeah, I see him up there 7th and 8th currently, but that's fixing to change. Cody Eldred is up behind them with Jose as well. Mark Vega,
Chris Hamilton, what is he doing?
he's pitting.
Well,
He's
he just
not
went.
pitting.
He hit it already.
Oh, he
He just
did.
came out the
okay.
pit.
Oh, he was coming out of the pit. That's what he was
Thank
doing.
you. Okay.
Pulled
Yeah,
right
he
up.
Glad
And,
someone was paying
well,
attention.
here's the thing. He pulled right up in front of David Llewellyn, who's got Mike Whitaker and Gary Bauer, who are fighting for position behind him. Kevin Paskowicz, who's currently running third, has Jake Gordon directly behind him. That's the battle for third.
From what I'm
Isaiah's
seeing
hitting
right
the lap.
now is Isaiah looks like he may take tires. They're still on. He already adjusted his fuel.
Isaiah's pitting.
Oh, that's right. You're spotting for Isaiah.
Yeah,
I'm
I've got-
going,
I've got
how
the
do you
inside
know
track
how
here.
many laps
Little
he's
inside.
got
I'm meant to be
left?
psychic,
A
so
little insight.
I'm like, what program are you using? As Isaiah goes
I wish
pit
I had-
side, that hands the
Finish
lead of the
on a
race
Friday.
over to David Llewellyn. Where did
I'd be
Gary Bauer
surprised
go?
if he takes tires.
Wellens
Gary,
gonna
I
pit.
believe. Gary's in the pits.
Gary's going pit side. I was going
Yep.
to say, because that just shook everything up in front here.
Both leaders should be peeling off.
Llewellyn going, Paskowicz going, Jake Gordon staying out.
Did Jake
Or
try to
take-
save?
I think
He might have
Jake
been
may
saving
have
this
tried to
time.
save. The question is, does he have enough?
Nope, he's
No,
pitting
he's
this
just
time.
kidding.
Okay, announcing
He's
that
gonna
he's
hand the
pitting
lead
this
back
time.
over to Alex Green.
So there you
Where
go.
the hell did he come from?
Well,
There he
wait
goes.
a second. It's not over with yet.
Isaiah's
Hey,
coming back
Jose,
out.
leave us.
Isaiah and Jose
Isaiah's
are
already
flashing
back
across
out.
the line. Isaiah's back out. I don't think he's going to be able to get up to speed, though.
No,
He
I
might.
don't either. It's gonna be close. It's
They're
gonna be
just
real
entering
close.
1 and 2. They're
Isaiah's
gonna
off with two.
catch him
They're gonna
going
catch
into
him at
3.
speed.
They're gonna
They're
catch him.
at. Isaiah's
They're
got
all
the
in
lead.
line, too. Yeah, he's still leading.
If Isaiah jumped to the lead, did he not? Couldn't have taken tires.
No, I don't.
I'm showing Jake Gordon still as the leader.
Pretty effective.
Dupree's is shown in 4th right now. Leaders currently Gordon. It shows David Llewellyn in 2nd, KP in 3rd.
Is there a lap car
Jake-
mixed into there somewhere?
Jake Gordon trapped the whole field a lap down
Yeah, look at this.
with
Llewellyn
5
up
to
here,
go.
battling with. Who else we got here?
Wait a minute.
Jake's
he
just
just
coming
caught
out.
them.
Jake's just coming out of the pits now.
Isaiah Dupree, David Llewellyn, KP
And
all
he-
battling. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Gordon
I think
is
Jake's the
hustling
leader.
that car. Jake is the leader.
He's gonna
Yeah,
have
he is.
Isaiah, Llewellyn, and
Oh,
KP
they're
all
gonna
coming
catch
at
him
a
at
high
a
rate of
high
speed.
He's only doing
I don't know.
250.
He's back
They
at the
come in
speed
10
already.
10 miles an hour difference.
Wow. They're passing them like they're sitting still.
That's what 10 miles an hour will do. That's what the draft. Jake's battling back on the inside. The
Not done
teammates.
yet.
It,
Oh, man, look at
it
this.
appears that the other drivers on the track thought that Isaiah was a lap
Oh,
down.
there goes Llewellyn sideways.
What
middle
a
3 and
save.
4. Nice save by David Llewellyn.
All this dirt racing you guys are doing is really paying off.
That came from Jake going up on him, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jake
Jake's
He
lit
caught
up
aero
himself.
push.
way up the track.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of heat between those two drivers, between Llewellyn and Gordon over the radio there.
Well, there's been heat. I would like to remind race control of our no flaming policy.
That wasn't really flaming.
Yeah.
It was just weird noises.
There's just a little heat, a little good-natured heat.
I've done worse myself, so.
Yeah,
So I-
we've all
Oh.
been.
So have I.
Gordon just washed up out of the groove. Look,
KP
here
to
comes
the
KP.
inside.
God, I'm saying, look at this more than Jeff Gordon does. It's bad.
Look at this. KP
Look at
got
this.
a massive push on the bottom.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get him.
Gordon's the one on all the old
Back.
stuff, right? Old tires.
No,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends.
He
I
did
don't know, did he
pit,
take
but I don't
tires?
know if he took
They-
Oh,
tires.
he did pit?
He did pit.
he
That
did
was
pit.
black.
He did pit. He did not take tires.
Oh,
Five-
Kate,
five
point-
you
you
can
can
way
tell.
out past there.
5.2 seconds was all Jake Gordon was in the pit lane for.
Tires.
You can tell. Because he's by himself, and look how high up he's pushing.
Oh yeah,
White flag for Isaiah Dupree, looking real solid right now.
and he's got
Hard
his
battle.
teammate behind
He
him
does
running
keep
blocker.
going.
They're side by side for 6th place between
It would
Cody
take
Eldred
a
and Howard
calamity
Kraft.
at this point.
Calamity,
Speaking
you
of
say?
calamity, there we go. And Gordon's going to have one shot at him here on the top side, and I don't think it's going to
Might try
work.
to cross it over.
I don't think he's
Maybe.
going to try necessarily.
Oh,
He's
yes,
doing
he
exactly-
is.
Oh, there he goes.
so
There
he
he
is.
Comes.
And Isaiah
Oh.
pushes him up.
Isaiah Dupree, your winner. Jake Gordon, 2nd.
37 one-thousandths of a
right in there.
second between first and second. 37 one-thousandths of a second between second and third.
Alex Green finishing top 5 with
Great run for Green
Cody
tonight.
Eldred 6th. Jose
Yeah, I'm
Alibis
glad I
7th.
showed up for this one.
Tyler Kraft 8th. Mark Vega 9th. And Bob Lacavara running at your top 10.
So awesome drives all around for everybody. For those of you just joining us, you are watching a presentation of the Roberts Tech Jobs, RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League DW12 series. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader for all your temp to hire and contract positions for the in the IT field for IT professionals. If you are an IT professional in the Midwest or looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and be sure to let Bill know that the ISL sent you. And
Some nice fresh donuts out there on the front straightaway.
And rightly so.
What a drive for Dupree. He was up and down all day. Things were happening, things weren't happening. And he came out on top.
things were happening that probably shouldn't have happened at times. And let's see if we can find Mr. Dupree. There he is as we drag him down into the broadcast booth. Isaiah, Tony up in the booth. You got me, bud.
Yes, sir.
So, walk us through that whole last little bit of the race there, because that was some impressive driving, sir.
Thank you. I knew I didn't have Jake on pits unless he messed up coming in there, so I was just hoping that I'd get draft off of him. And then I was hoping I didn't cut his nose off there when I got by him, and then barely got by him and just held the bottom. Thankfully, him and David had an incident that helped me out there, so they couldn't catch back up. But that was really close. That was really fun. The finish was awesome.
Well, when you guys actually caught him as he was coming out of the pits, you had him by 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, sadly, I asked, and he would not move out of my way, but fair to him.
Well, teammates or not, it was the last 10 to 15 laps of the race, so I can't really blame him on that one. But, definite hell of a run. I believe that is your 5th on the season?
5th or 6th, I don't know anymore.
You've even lost track. Okay, I don't feel so bad. So, all right. Isaiah, hell of a run. We'll let you get back up to your team there, and we'll see you Tuesday night, I believe, at and I don't have the schedule in front of me because the fan just blew it off the table. Great.
Awesome.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, so we're going to go stay in the same room and now bring his teammate down.
User was moved to your channel.
Jake, Gordon, Tony up in the booth. You got me, bud?
Yep.
So explain to us why you didn't try to wall your teammate.
Well, Isaiah is a good, clean racer, and I haven't won a DW12 race yet this season, and Isaiah has, I think, 5, so...
Makes me wonder even more why you didn't wall it.
Exactly, right?
Well,
It's like you don't have to win, he has enough. No,
Trust me, we were in the team speak together. I was like, please let me win once. And, it was just nerve-wracking the last lap.
Well, your pit strategy worked out, so that was good to see. But congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
So, moving forward, great points night for you, Jake. I believe that's going to put you in a points position to try to point your way into the chase, anyways.
Yeah, I came in this season a little too late, and to be up in the top 3, consistently, it's just really good for my my shot at the chase.
Well, I would like to point out that we are allowing 6 drop weeks in the regular season, so I don't believe you joined that late. So that could play a factor. If you get good points finishes from here on out, you could find yourself in the chase, sir.
That is the goal.
All right, Jake, Gordon, everybody, we'll let you get back to your team up here. Looks like your teammate has now joined the post-race pitch session, and we will let you get back up there, and you can have that nice conversation with Mr. Llewellyn when we're done with him.
User was moved out of your channel.
So now we're bringing
User was moved to your channel.
David Llewellyn, Tony up in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you, Tony.
A little bit of a heartbreak there. You had a good run going on the outside, and right at the end, trouble early though. You bounced back from a couple laps down, so good to see you, able to finish up on the podium, sir.
Yeah, it was a good, hard-fought race. Me and Jake got into it a little bit. He washed up, and Nick coated me almost into the wall, but I saved it. If it hadn't have been for that, I think I'd have given Isaiah a run for the money.
Well, just as a little Monday morning armchair quarterback for you, Jake did not take tires on that last stop.
Well, I took tires and I even took 5 gallons of fuel. I wanted to make sure I had enough, and It's just a shame that he washed up because I had such a run going on him, and I would have gotten around him. And it's just one of them racing things, and this net code deal with iRacing, you can't keep that from happening. Just stuff happens.
Absolutely, but definitely good podium finish for you. Correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have a win on the season yet, correct?
No, but I'm doing pretty good in points.
You're doing really well in points, so you could point your way into this chase if you keep up the podiums here. So, David, thanks for joining us in the booth. We'll let you get back out to the post-race drivers meeting, and we'll see you at the post-race cool-down dirt race.
Okay, doke. Appreciate it. Fun.
User was moved
All
out of your
right,
channel.
and now,
User was moved to your channel.
as is quickly becoming commonplace, joining us now, the hard charger of the race, Mr. Alex Green, starting 20th, finishing 5th. Alex, congratulations.
I wouldn't call it commonplace now, but thank you anyway.
Well, here's something for you that, oh, no, it's not you. It's Vega. Never mind. I was going to say you had the most laps led as well, but no, it's Vega got you by a couple laps.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I got mixed emotions about that one. Coming up green, I actually get the fight for the lead, and I think this is the first time I can honestly say I felt comfortable doing it. Had a hell of a fight with Chris Hamilton, had a hell of a fight with Isaiah, and then he got me on pit strategy, and that's what it comes down to.
Well, I would like to point out, Alex, I believe this is the most number of laps that you've led in any ISL race in the history of the league.
This is the only laps I've led in any
No,
ISL
you've
race.
led laps before, but you led a total of 26 laps tonight.
That's cool.
I think that over doubles his career total so far in the league.
Well, here's the other thing I'd like to point out. You had the car more than 45 degrees sideways at one point, and Layla Wilson commented on the excellent save that you had. And
right in front of me?
Yeah, and I pointed out to all of our viewers in the stream that you've been running a lot of dirt track stuff, and that probably did wonders to try to help you save that car.
I'd like to thank my favorite race car driver and the person I pay homage to with my paint scheme, and Tony Stewart and Eldora Speedway. That definitely helped me out a lot there.
All right, fair enough. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight here from Kansas Motor Speedway. Alex, where are we Tuesday?
Auto Club.
Auto Club. Awesome. So that broadcast is going to be scheduled to go off 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time, give or take how long it takes me to have my pre-race poo.
4 quarters to the chase, too.
We are 3 races.
4 races left.
Three. 4?
You sure? I'm pretty sure it's 4.
You're right, 4.
Like it's Auto Club, Iowa, Daytona, and Dover.
All right, so 4 races left to try to point into the chase. Alex, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're a couple positions to the good in the points chase currently, so congratulations on that one.
Thank you. I needed that after Indianapolis and wherever we were last week, Texas. Those were 2 DNFs I didn't need at that time, so glad to be back there.
Yeah. So, awesome race tonight here from Kansas Motor Speedway. For Mr. Martin Miller, for Mr. Quentin Young, and for league owner Mr. Alex Green, this is Tony Trapasso reminding you that you've been watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, proud sponsor of the Indy Speedway League, is your Midwest leader in contract and temp to hire positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest, or you're looking to relocate to the Midwest, go to RobertsTechJobs.com, take a look, see what they have, and be sure to let Bill know that the ISL sent you. We will see you folks Tuesday night at 8:50 p.m. from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. And for those of you who are fans of our Icebreaker series, we will be at Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Holy crap, that's a mouthful. Lucas, please help me with that one. Thursday night for the Pro Mazda Icebreaker series. And we'll see you there.